Hi, then we're back. I got a question on my channel if I've been to other Southeast Asian countries and if I could tell my experiences about them. Now, I have been to a few countries in Asia and Southeast Asia, but it's many years ago. So this was like around 1999 and 2000. A lot have changed since that time. New buildings, new infrastructure, and a whole lot of stuff have changed in the world and in every country since then. But either way, I will give it a try. So today I'm gonna talk a little bit about my experiences in Indonesia and especially in Bali, where I was. Now, if I compare Bali to the other countries I've been to in Southeast Asia, Bali is that one place I never felt I wanted to go back to. I stayed in Bali for about 2 weeks, and I'm just gonna. When we landed, the taxi didn't want to take us to where we wanted to go. It only wanted to take us to Kuta Beach, so it was difficult, and we spent a long time to just find a taxi that actually would take us where we wanted to go and not where the taxi wanted to go. So that it started off on a very bad way in Indonesia. And then I would say the people in Indonesia was more rude in my experience, not as friendly as in Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. So I didn't like Bali much, and then I headed into Kuta because of the famous beach and famous place. And I must say that I've never ever been to a more dirty beach. It was horrible. There was like this belt of dirt that you had to walk through to get into the ocean, and then you get out of the ocean, and then you have to walk through this belt of dirt. It was residues of trees, leaves, plastic, and so on. It was a very disgusting feeling to go through, and it was very bad. The last thing I didn't like about Bali was now this is many years ago, so I'm not sure, but people did try to sell us drugs there. Even if if you buy drugs, there are really long prison sentences and maybe even the death penalty. So the scam was on a different level. I mean, in other Southeast Asian countries, they scammed me a little for taxi or some things like that, but they really tried with selling me drugs in Bali. So that was a different level of scam. And I didn't feel safe in Bali. I didn't feel good in Bali. It was I didn't like the beach there. It was very dirty, and basically, Bali is a place where I've never been back. I never thought about going back, and I never wanted to go back. So for me, Indonesia was not good. I have preferred every other country in Southeast Asia and Asia, but Bali is no. If anyone asks me to go to Indonesia, I will pass. I had my time there. I had my vacation there. I experienced it, and remember, this was back in 1999. I was in Bali, and I can just imagine how it is today, because with all the tourism over the years, I don't see how it's getting better. And I have seen photos and videos on YouTube where it still is dirty and still, yeah, it's still not that great. So I really don't get it why people go to Bali. For me, maybe I'm special, but for me, that was my experience, and yeah, I didn't like it. So compare that to Vietnam, where you feel safe, where the taxis take you where you want to go, and the beaches are way cleaner. Um, I must say, Vietnam and Thailand is much better than Bali. Yes, I didn't go to Lombok. I didn't go to other islands in Indonesia, so I cannot say about them. But I can say about Bali, and that was really not a good experience. So yeah, that's it for today, and then I'm gonna try to make another video about Singapore, Malaysia, and where I've also been. So now one about Thailand, one about Indonesia and Bali, and then we have Singapore and Malaysia, and I've been so yeah. But remember, it's based on, you know, this is a long time ago. It's many years ago, so it's not any recent experience I have. But these are my experiences when I have traveled. So it's real, but it's long time ago. So that's it for today, guys. Yeah. I hope you enjoy and like my videos, and see you again next time. Bye bye.